Hi, this is Aaron Kraus, the creator of Resume Haus. I wanted to show you a short video about what Resume Haus is and how you can get started to create your own resume. So, when you go to the homepage, you'll see the slogan, create and share a resume that you can be proud of. Typically, in any industry, if you are giving a resume for an interview, you're giving a paper document, and that's fine, but in the age of powerful web applications, we can do better. And there's Google Docs, there's a bunch of other tools out there, but there's not a tool that exists that allows you to easily create your own resume with nice styles that you'll find on other web pages. And you'll see what I mean with some examples. So, Resume Haus will let you create your own resume and give you the tools to be able to configure it how you like without having any background in any industry. You don't need to be a coder, you don't need to be a tech person. You can be in any industry and create an awesome resume. And let's take a look at some of the example resumes we have. So let's take a look at Cosmo. We have a few themes down here. Now, an example right here, we have the header up here, an about section, some education, a couple colleges we went to, some professional experience here. This could also be volunteering. We have some nice skills here. And finally, we have an awards and interest section. And this layout is completely customizable. We can take a peek at some of the other themes here. Let's take a look at Flatly, at Superhero, maybe. You can see the general idea is the same, but the coloring, the font, a lot of things are different, but the layouts are the same, and you can choose your theme however you want to, and there's a bunch of options for you. Now, how do you get started creating a resume, and what does it look like when you do configure your resume? So to get started, you'll click on Sign Up here, or you can scroll down to the bottom of this page, and you'll see a simple form here. Resume Haus is entirely free, and it will always stay that way. So once you register here, you will get an email to verify your account, and once you do that, you can click on this login button, and that will take you to the admin portion of Resume Haus, where you will log in and you will see that Resume Haus is built using a content management system called Craft CMS. And by logging in, you will actually be able to log in to the actual backend of Craft CMS itself. So let's go ahead and log in with an account that I created. Now, whenever you very first create your account, you will see something like this. Again, this is the backend of Craft CMS. You are using a robust CMS with the correct permissions. You can't do anything that you're not able to do, but you can see a simple dashboard here. You won't really use this. Where you'll start entering data in is on this entry section here, and you won't have any data. You'll only be able to see the data that you enter, but what you'll do is you'll create new entry right here. And we won't go through absolutely everything. I think that's part of the fun of exploring it, but you'll see a pretty simple wizard of how you can start entering your data in for your resume. So let's just put my name, title, a website. Let's just say that I have a website at example.com. Let's say my email address is thecodeboss, and we'll leave the phone number off right now. Now, resume is the actual resume section, and you have these resume blocks you can add, and you can add these in any order, any shape, and you'll see the contents, heading, text, skill bar, education, work experience, or a list. That correlates very well and identically to how some of the layouts that you're seeing here. So for starters, if we wanted to add a simple section called About with some text, here we can just copy this text as an example. What we can do is we can add a heading that just says About, and then we can add text underneath it, and we'll just copy that text in there, right there, and that's enough to get us started. Now you'll see the slug over here. You can change this, but this will be the URL of your resume. So let's go ahead and just preview this resume as it is right now. And look, we have a nice preview of what we have right here, and you'll notice, well, where did the theme come from? Well, that actually comes from another section. I'm going to close this preview in settings right here. You can choose your theme. We have the various themes you see on the home page, and finally, we also have a Google Analytics ID field, so that if you ever want to track how many people are using your resume, or I'm sorry, looking at your resume, you can do that. And you can set up Google Analytics on your own. There's a URL here to do that. You just plug it in here and you'll start getting that information. So let's say we wanted to change this to Lumen, and we can preview now. Again, entirely different theme. You can see an About section here, a text block here, and also if you view this on mobile, you'll see everything is fully responsive. So however your future employer wants to view your resume, they can view it with expectation that it's going to look awesome for them. Let's add just a couple more sections, maybe a skills section. I'm sorry, let's add a heading above that, and we can go ahead and move this directly above here. It's a nice experience here. This is all Craft CMS, which is an incredible CMS. So we'll say skills, and we'll say I have great presentation skills since I'm doing a video. Maybe not so great. Maybe we'll say 75%. And again, we can preview this, and look, there we have our skill bar right there. It is that easy to start adding in your resume. As you start adding in some other sections, such as education or work experience, you'll see there's a handful more fields that you can add in. Let's add a work experience here, and we won't save this, but you can see this is pretty standard information, and that is exactly what you'll start seeing right here. You can customize this however you need to for this section right here, for example. But some of your general things, such as company, your title, your location, how long you work there, that's all set in stone. So this is you can see how quickly we're creating a resume here with, boy, I'm just bouncing all over, with Resume Haus. And whenever you're done, you can click this Create Entry button. And let's create that one more time. Oh, that's why we couldn't create the entry. I had some validation issues. So let's go ahead and remove these blank sections. And now let's go ahead and create this. So we'll create that right there. And then you'll see that slug was set to Aaron Krause 2. And when we go to Resume Haus / Aaron Krause 2, you can see our resume right here, and we can configure this however we need to. That's it. So to get started, hop on over to Resume Haus, that's resumeha.us, create an account, free forever, and you can create multiple resumes too. This is just one, and while you likely might only create one resume, you can create a couple for if you're applying to different industries or however you need to. You can cater them to employees if you want to have a little cover letter section at the top with the text field, whatever you need, whatever you would like to do. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.